I'm gonna teach you how to transpose music. I'm gonna try to teach this to you in a way where like someone who didn't know anything about music theory would be able to understand, hopefully. So pretty much what that means is like if you're singing a song and the key is like too out of range for you, so it's too high, you can always bring the song down, or if it's too low, you can bring it up, and I'm gonna teach you how to do that. These blue light glasses have been like a lifesaver for online school and stuff. If you guys want a pair, the link is in my bio. It's from TIJN Eyewear, so thanks. So I explained this in my last video about chord progressions, but there are two like intervals / steps like in music. You have a whole step, which is gonna be marked with a W, and then a half step, which is gonna be marked with an H. This is just an example of a whole step from C to D, or from G to A. And these are some examples of half steps, like A to A sharp, or B flat, or like F to F sharp. The only two exceptions for this are E to F and B to C. As you can see, like there's no black key in between. So from E to F, that's a half step, and from B to C, that's a half step. You would think they were whole steps because it just goes from one letter to the other, but those two are half steps. So a whole step from E would be F sharp, and then a whole step from B would be C sharp. If you're doing this on guitar and there's a capo on the song, you can literally just move the capo down and that'll transpose it for you. Or like some websites, they have like options to transpose it, but I'm just gonna do this in the case where like you don't have a capo or you want to learn how to do it. Okay, so for this example, I'm just going to use the song Lover by Taylor Swift. So these are the main chords of the song, and I know that the song is in the key of G, but you don't actually have to know that to do this. So for this example, I'm just going to say that this song is too high out of my range to sing, so I'm going to end up bringing it down like a whole step. You can bring it down however many steps you want. So what you're going to do is, if you don't have a piano or like a guitar, you want to just like pull up a virtual piano. And I know that the first chord is G, so I'm going to go to G, and then I'm going to go down a whole step, which is going to be F. So I'm going to write down F. And I'm going to do that for every single one of these. And then for C, you want to remember that this is a half step and this is a whole step. So from C to A sharp or B flat, that would be a whole step down. So I'm just going to do B flat. And then for E, I know from E to D is a whole step down. So this is going to be a D minor. And then from A to G, I know that's a whole step down. So that's G minor. And then from F to D sharp, I know is a whole step, or E flat. So I'll just do D sharp. And then to find your starting note, you want to know the first note that the person sings. So I know for Lover, she starts on a B. And so that means that if I sing this, I'm going to have to start on an A because I brought it a step down. So that's literally all you do to transpose music. There's probably like easier ways to do it, but this is just, I think, a good way of like visualizing it. If you want to bring it up a whole step, you would do the opposite. So you would bring it up instead of down. And then if you wanted to do like a half step, you would just do like, you know, a half step. It's pretty simple, like with these chords. There's obviously like harder chords like with your sharps and whatever, but it's pretty easy. Again, most websites will actually give you the option to transpose the music. That's what like the -1 or like +2 whatever means, like a whole step, half step, whatever. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you guys want any other music theory stuff. Usually you wouldn't have to do that. If you have like a good ear for music, you'd just be able to tell where you need to start, but like sometimes it's easier to just find the starting note. Then you would do vice versa. If you brought it up or like down half a step, you would just bring that same starting note down half a step.